Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and right now I'm going to be going over Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. This stock has had an extraordinary run in 2020 as well as the beginning of 2021 and has seen tremendous downside pressure recently. So I want to go over the chart right now just to see exactly what Plug Power is saying. So we're looking at Plug Power here on the daily time frame, and the first thing that you notice on this chart is how hideous it looks. Look at all of these gaps right here. If you are a trader, you salivate at the opportunity to buy put options on a stock like Plug. And so when you saw this crazy run up and you got your signal right here, this would have been your signal right here to start buying put options. Now, why do I say you should have been buying put options? When you have these major gaps in your chart, these always get filled, especially when they're this large, because there's so many discrepancies happening behind the scenes. And so if you are a trader, you are waiting for this type of opportunity to throw your money in, buy some put options, and then just make tremendous gains in the process. And so that's exactly what happened. We got up to this point, we traded here sideways a little bit, and then we finally started to push down. And so right now on Plug, we have actually filled all of our gaps. We had a slight gap right here, but you could see we filled that right here temporarily, which was very nice to see. Now what we're looking at for Plug is this level of support. If Plug can hold this level of support, then in the short term, this stock does have some room to the upside. The reason why I love these hype stocks and I love these type of plays because these are like gifts that are sent out to you to make money. And the reason I say that is because when a stock is so hyped, you let it just do its thing. You let it climb. You just let it keep going. You let it keep going. You let it keep going. I'm usually not the one to jump in on hype plays, and so I don't usually buy the initial run up. However, there's always a top that comes to these hype plays, and that is when the money really gets made. Because if you waited patiently on this and you bought some put options here, you would have made money. You knew that you were going to get a test of around $33 because there was gaps to fill. So it's a very easy trade to make. And then at that point, once all the gaps are filled, you just expect a bounce to the upside. And that's exactly when you buy some call options and then you ride this for a nice little bounce up. You may not get a crazy bounce. And why do I say we're going to get a bounce up? If you look, we have a gap to fill here now at around $42. And so we could even get a gap here as high as 45. And so if you look at the volume here at the end of the day, that's extraordinarily green buying volume. That could have been a lot of shorts covering their position because we might be looking for another move up. And so just off the charts, we have a gap to fill. And so these are these type of plays that I absolutely love, and I know traders love these as well because these are very easy plays to make money. You may not be able to catch the run up, but you can make so much money off the drop and then the bounce, the sympathy bounce you get after such a big downfall. And so with Plug, if we look at our MACD is negative and we could potentially still be curling down. And so this is going to be a very, very important indicator to be watching if you are in Plug. We want to see this gap filled, but once this gap is filled, we are going to be in no man's land. We are going to be in between our 50 and our 100-day SMA. And so there are no signals to be getting into Plug Power at that point. On a technical basis, this MACD does not look bullish yet. It does look like it could potentially curl back down again. And if it curls back down again, that's going to lead to a lot more downside pressure. And so our next level of support would be here at around $28 and then here potentially at our 200-day SMA. And so just my opinion, a random guy called Dummy Boy on YouTube, I would not be buying shares into Plug Power at all. This is a strictly options play type of trade, and it's very beautiful to be doing so. Every single hype play that ever happens in the stock market is an options trader's dream. And so I personally learned how effective this strategy is because I got burned 3 years ago on some cannabis plays that were going crazy. And I was holding and I was holding and I was holding. And I never took profits anywhere and they crashed right back down. And so now I realize when it comes to hype plays, hype sectors, you watch the run up, you catch the top as close as you can, buy some puts, and then you buy some calls for a short-term bounce up. And so you can make very quick money as well as very close to guaranteed money. And so I love these type of plays. Overall, Plug is not a long-term hold for me. I am not in it currently, but the trading setups are looking very intriguing, down 7.9% today. That was our quick little update here on Plug. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.